What's up, guys?
Good, bro.
What's going on?
Robert Tunney just said that he learned everything when he got in the NFL from you. What's been the way you've looked at bringing young players along and helping them get acclimated?
Well, yeah, I got Bobby when he was a young pup, right? He was still like a converted quarterback, just trying to learn the position. And I think for me, one thing that, I've always been attracted to are young guys that understand that they don't know it all, right? Like, even me being like older, like, I still don't know it all. I still want to learn, and I think that's what keeps me hungry. And when you find young guys that feel the same way, you want to pour into them. And I've always been like that. And when it's like that, it's more of a two-way street. And so that's how we built our relationship, and he's come a long way for sure.
What's the motivation at this level in your career? I mean, you made your money. I'm sure it's not just the checks. What's the motivation that makes you want to get out of bed, grind, go through the whole thing with football season?
Man, I still love it. I still love the game, and it's one of those things to where, if I were to stop playing this game, it would be mentally first, because physically, um, that's going to be there. It's when your mind just checks out, right, and your body normally just follows that. But mentally, I'm still at a place to where I still feel like I can help a team win ball games and ultimately try to win a championship. And so, if I still have that feeling, and there's still opportunity out there for me to, uh, you know, showcase my talent. Why not? And yeah, I mean, part of it too is showing people that it can be done. Just being able to have the singular focus to go out there and be your personal best every single day. And for me, this is part of my purpose. Like, I was born to do this, and I'm not gonna disrespect the gift by still being able to do it and not being here. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity. Looking forward to being able to add value to the building and do what I love to do.
You have players that have inspired you to play as long as you have, and apparently continuing to play.
I would say, like, not in my sport. Obviously, LeBron. LeBron is one of those guys that you look at him now, and like, I was just watching a video of one of his workouts, and to think that this dude is about to go into 21 years playing the game of basketball is just ridiculous. I mean, his workouts look like he's getting ready to be on his first NBA team, and it's just inspiring. Um, when I first came into the league, I had a couple really good vets. One of them, Fred Taylor, was in Jacksonville when I was there, and we had it was my first training camp, and we had a drill called the Oklahoma drill. You familiar with that? Yeah. So the Oklahoma drill is where you build your gristle, right? And it's like a 9-on-7 run drill. And I remember I went up against like two to three starting defensive ends, and got a couple pancakes, drove one of them all the way out to play. And Fred T pulled me aside and was like, "Hey, man, you keep doing that, you're going to be in this league for a long time." And that's always stuck with me. We talk about it still to this day. And yeah.
Do you go back to that now when Herb was asking you about your motivation to play, and you were talking about how important it is? You're not in maybe the glamorous type of role that you were last year, or maybe when you're here as a run blocker. That still feels the same for you?
Yeah, I mean, so Devontae Adams, he's one of my best friends, and we spent a lot of time together over the last like 5 years. And the way we approach the game and the way we look at the game and the way we watch film and all of that, it's kind of like what really built that relationship between each other. And I remember one time we were watching film, I'm just like, man, like, I remember when I was in my prime and I was catching touchdowns and this and that. He was like, bro, you are in your prime. You're just in your second prime. So it's just different. So being able to adapt and adjust to whatever the team needs in order to be successful as a whole is something I've been able to do for a long time throughout the course of my career, and now it has me in a place to where, um, I'm still able to, help a team be successful. And, making a great block is just like making a really good catch to me or catching a touchdown to me. Having a running back run off my block on outside zone or smacking somebody on power or inside zone, like it doesn't matter what it is. It's gratitude for it all. So I feel the same way about just being on the field and being able to compete.
You trying to play
When you entered the league, did you have a goal set in mind for how many years you would hope to play?
Yeah, so coming into the league, I thought 10 was going to be great. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is a great career. Like, I could take this and go back to the crib, be good, my family be good. Once I hit 10, it was like, my body still feels good. Let's see if we can get 12. Get 12, all right, well, all right, let's see if we can get 14, get 15. I'm like, dang, this is this is crazy. Like, and then after a while, I just stopped like questioning it all, right? Never have had surgery before. Never have had anything like crazy to hold me out. Like I probably missed like 15 or 16 games in 17 years. Like I'm supposed to be here doing this. I don't take it for granted, and I don't take advantage of my power, understanding that like I'm doing something that like hasn't been done before, and because of that, like I put that much more into my process and being able to own that process and understand that like not everybody could do it, and that's what pushes me every day when I get up.
The winning part of the equation for you, when you've seen firsthand where the Bears have been at for a while now. What gives you confidence, and what maybe Robert was telling you about how this team is maybe headed in the right direction that got you excited about coming here?
Yeah. So Bobby was a big component in like getting me here, right? Him and Gessie. Like I talked to Gessie probably 4 days a week for like 2 months. You know what I mean? Because I was just at the career trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Obviously, I wanted to get this year, but one thing that kept coming up was just young, hungry, active, the culture. You're gonna love it here. The building. Um, and obviously Luke is somebody that I got to know in Green Bay and really respect him and his coaching style and always treated me like a man and we respect each other that way. And Bobby is my guy. He's like an extension of me. So if he's saying something, I believe it. And yeah, I mean it's here we are. It's dope to be on this side of the rivalry now, and I'm looking for the opportunity to compete.
Time for one more. Between Bobby and you've got EQ, you've got Lucas Patrick, you've got Getz. Does it feel like Green Bay at all? And is there something about the culture up there that led in a pretty good environment? Because a lot of these guys have reputation.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't feel like Green Bay. It's different. There's some similarities as far as like the energy, right? Like I did an internship with Google probably like 5 years ago, and one thing that I took away from like being there is that it wasn't like a top-down mentality, right? Like everybody had a voice. They used to host these like powwows, if you call it, where it was like an open mic. Everybody would come out. If you had any concerns or suggestions, you can go up there and talk on the mic, and everybody listen, take notes to make the company better. And I think that's the energy that's there. When I walk into the building, that's what I feel that's here. And it just feels good, it feels right, and it feels in alignment. So I'm, pretty, happy to be here and honored to serve.
Do you intern in a lot of businesses?
A few, handful. Yeah, I'm into like venture capital, private equity, tech, stuff like that. So I appreciate it, guys.